Gervais Restaurant, authentic French cuisine in Silicon Valley.
This edge technology looks like it provides a much higher degree of quality with lower cost and higher speed. All of the three primary things you look for in a technology of this type, and they're going to use it to go heavily after the enterprise, but clearly also refresh the photo kiosk, some of the other work that they've already done in some other areas. I guess once again pushing the envelope and making it very difficult for some of the other firms who evidently are increasingly pissed off at them to catch up. They're going now after a space that was traditionally occupied by Xerox. You know, the larger scale print manufacturers. They're aggressively going after the Xerox folks. And even Kodak, I think, to a certain extent. You know, Kodak was going to have this big analyst event right around now, and they had to pull the plug on it. Evidently, they're having some difficulties.
Really, as Vijay was saying, that if you refill your cartridges, you might not get the same quality, the same speed, etc.
Well, like anything else, the printers are designed around a certain level of fluid, and these printers are very very close tolerance now. In other words, they're down to the millimeter in terms of, or the micrometer in terms of tolerances, and so that they've designed them around the right viscosity of the ink and everything else. The whole system's engineered. You start messing around with one of the components, much like if you get aftermarket components for your car, they may work all right. On the other hand, if they don't work all right, you're not going to be warranted anymore. I mean, you're pretty much hosed. So it is a risk. I do think it's a risk for both sides, though, because clearly we have these ink refill stations being set up. I'm not seeing a whole lot of breakage, but once again, as HP cycles their products and these tolerances get ever closer, the likelihood of breakage goes up over time. Now, inkjet seems to be moving up market, and laser is being kind of constricted by both sides. I mean, at the very high end, we've got this edge stuff. At the low end, we've got inkjet and lasers being kind of squished in the middle. So it looks like broad trend is clearly color. And as we move to color, it does look like inkjet has a fairly significant cost advantage. The printer market is very much like a razor blade market. In other words, the printers, for the most part, are sold below cost, at or below cost. All the margin is in the supplies. So the ink, therefore, is more expensive because it's carrying the cost of the printers. It's the nature of the market. You're not necessarily paying for just the ink with the ink. You're actually paying on a time basis for the printer that you purchased.
Have you seen Dell doing some sort of inroad into that the printer business?
Where Dell seems to do the best is with Dell accounts. They do a nice job of packaging the printers with other Dell gear, but they don't seem to move outside of Dell. You don't see Dell selling printers into IBM or Lenovo accounts or into HP accounts effectively. They just sell into Dell accounts, and from that standpoint, it's very much like a store brand. I mean, think of Dell in this aspect, much like you would think of an Amazon or a Walmart with a store brand. The Dell printer is more of a store brand printer. Dell is, after all, the second largest online reseller after Amazon, and in this aspect, they behave more like a reseller, big retailer, than they do a manufacturer.
Okay. Thanks, Rob.
Big pleasure.
Gervais Restaurant, authentic French cuisine in Silicon Valley.